Hello and welcome to Sovereign RPG. I am Sovereign, and today we got a bit of a weird announcement that came out once Myth of Empires was announced as fully releasing with their International Vanguard edition, which I'll do a video on later on, giving all the key features that will be available in the new edition and all the stuff that's going to be going on with that later on. But there was another announcement literally straight after that kind of came out of nowhere, but they announced that they were making a new game. So the announcement came from Sheriff this morning at 9:30, which was only a little bit like an hour ago. I didn't have much time to jump straight on, but we're going to do it now. We haven't been given much information on the game, but there is a trailer available and it has got a code name of Modern War Sandbox. Now, some people did comment that it was a bit shitty timing considering what's going on in the world right now. But from a marketing perspective, I guess they would have had to have thought about that. There's going to be a lot of people doing searches and stuff, and maybe this will pop up. So from a marketing perspective, I guess it's still shitty, but it's how the world works. But it seems that Angela Games now has two studios. They got the Tien Kung studio, which continues its work on Myth of Empires, which again, as I said earlier, has fully released as of today. And they have another studio of theirs called Warflame Studio, which was set up a little while ago. I haven't been able to find out much information on them, but they have started up a Modern War Sandbox project. They did go on to say that it's still in early development, but they're excited about the progress that it is actually making right now, and they look forward to sharing more about it soon. I did ask a few questions about the game itself, and I wasn't actually being able to get any more information out of them. There isn't much information to give. They're probably on a lot of on the hush-hush right now until they finalize what they're actually going to be doing. But if you have a look at the trailer itself, at first, it was kind of a confusing one because I was sitting there and I was watching it and I was thinking, this reminds me more of a sort of Armor or a Battlefield type game. There's a lot of war stuff going on. There's planes flying overhead. There's tanks firing. There's like some first person stuff. Your plane gets shot down. You can jump out. You can land on the floor. You can do all this kind of stuff, and it does look pretty damn awesome, I have to say. I'm not a massive fan of army games, but I have put a significant amount of hours into Armor. Armor was like a real big thing for me back in the day when I used to play Armor Live. That's the only game that I fully got into role-playing into. It was just a lot of fun to be able to run around and pretend to be like a policeman or a military or like a rebel or like bandit or something waiting on the road for someone to drive past with their goods, etc. It was a lot of fun, and it did remind me of that sort of thing. But it also goes on to say, if you go into on the Discord that they've just started up, which I'll leave a link for in the description if you'd like to go take a look. They've got some FAQ and link sort of stuff where the trailer is available. Again, I'll put the link for the trailer in the description and in the pinned comment for you guys to check it out. It is playing in the background right now, so you can see it, but it's definitely something you should watch all the way through with the sound on, etc. But they say it is going to be a first-person, large-scale modern war sandbox game, and it will feature buildable bases, drivable vehicles, customizable weapons, and more. So from the look of what it is and the sound of what they've actually made, what the game will feature, does sound like it's going to be a survival sandbox, but in a modern war type situation. Now, again, a lot of people were getting upset because they said that, well, with what's going on with the war right now, that it was really shitty timing for them to announce this sort of game. But I like to try and keep my gaming life separate from the real world because I play games to escape from the real world. I don't want the real world making its way into my game. So I like to keep it compartmentalized, which could be seen as an arsehole move, or it could be, for me, it's just the way I am. And there has been no release date announced. It's to be decided. We don't know if it's going to go into early access or if we don't know if it's going to be going, and it depends, because after all the stuff that's been going on with Angela Games, will Steam allow a new title of theirs onto the Steam platform, or they have to sell the game separately with the servers being somewhere else? Maybe it will have nothing to do with the court cases and it won't matter what has been happening in other games, etc. So it might be interesting to see if they do actually put it up on Steam as an early access game. And with how good Myth of Empires has been, regardless of the court stuff and regardless of the exploits and the actual human element of gaming being complete arsehole and kind of ruining the game through using exploits, etc., and doing all kinds of stupid shit. The game of Myth of Empires was an amazing game. It was an amazing building block on what a survival game should be, and everyone really enjoyed it. Just the issues of all the exploiting and stuff caused a lot of issues for a lot of people. So I do actually have faith that the company can build a really good game. Let's just hope they don't steal any code from it this time, even though that hasn't been proven, just me being a dick. Now, for me at least, the graphics look pretty damn amazing. The sounds sound really good. I mean, it looks like it's going to be a really good starter block for an early access title, and the actual trailer itself looks like it's from in-game footage. It doesn't look like it's rendered or anything, because it would look a hell of a lot better if they wanted to render it. But even if you look at like the trailers for Myth of Empires, that was never done rendered. That was all done in-game footage, which I found really refreshing, considering the amount of game companies that do like to fuck about with all that sort of stuff and make a game look a hell of a lot better than it is when it actually launches. So I do have a little bit of faith that they will actually deliver a really good game. Now, they do have a little bit of a competition going on right now. If you go onto their Discord, they're actually taking suggestions on what to name the game. There is actually a name the game section under the events tab on their Discord, and if you make a suggestion and they end up choosing the name you've submitted, so you could actually name the next survival game, which I thought is really cool, then you'll win a spot in the test, and also you'll actually get a game key for the name. I thought that was quite nice. I thought it was quite interesting. It's something that I haven't really seen before, so it was quite a nice thing for me, at least. And that's pretty much all the information we currently have on this Modern War Sandbox game. There's still questions that we need. I will be speaking to the community managers, etc., and keep updated on this game, because I am looking forward to another game by this company, just without all the bullshit that we've had so far. So let me know down below if this is something that would actually interest you, or if if you don't believe what, or if you don't agree with what I'm saying when it comes to the Myth of Empires being able to create a good game. Let me know down below, because I believe they can, and I'm definitely excited for it. Remember to like the video if you do enjoy my content. Remember to subscribe for more survival and RPG gaming content. If you'd like to support myself and the channel, we do have a Patreon link in the description. I want to thank you all for watching. Fly safe and avoid local chat scams.